Well, hello, Internet. After I did that other video, I kind of got on a kick to think about some other things to talk about on YouTube videos. Express myself like I had mentioned I was, and kind of got in my mind about something that I get some strange looks for sometimes. Macbeth. The ultimate Shakespearean tragedy. It has all the elements of all the others. Love gone wrong, murder, war, betrayal. It had some really just insane witches. But the reason I enjoy it is because it has all that. See, when I was in high school, junior high and high school, we did 4 Shakespearean tragedies, one each year. Hamlet was first, then Romeo and Juliet, then Julius Caesar, and then Macbeth. And somehow Macbeth seemed to tie the world of Shakespeare up for me, in that it allowed me to see all the other elements of the other Shakespeare tragedies in one play. And having watched movie versions of all those, and looking at the 1971 Roman Polanski Macbeth, I believe that was the best one. I mean, Ian McKellen did a great job in his. In fact, his Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow speech still, really resonates. With me. But that speech does anyway. But the way Ian McKellen read it was just outrageous. It really was. It was just unreal. Forgive me the sniffles. I'm having a little bit of a cold going here, but I think what I'd like to do is try and find some of my favorite parts in here and kind of highlight them for you. Not read them to you, but kind of highlight them for you. That's part of why this is the best Shakespearean tragedy. I mean, yeah, as you know, looking at the book, trying to find them, and come on, where is it? Yeah, okay, Lady Macbeth. Now, Macbeth himself, he's a pretty ambitious guy. He wants to move up in the ranks of the royalty, but Lady Macbeth is a Looney Tune about it. She's absolutely insane with it. She wants him to go up as high as he can get, which of course is to be king, but she wants him to do it through the most really unscrupulous means possible, is to kill the king that's there, King Duncan, to kill him. But the part where she starts talking about, here we go. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here and fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of direst cruelty. It sounds like she's asking to become evil. And I can't think of any time in any other Shakespeare tragedies where you see someone willingly converting from a moderate good to just insane evil. It doesn't seem to be something that happens normally. But there's that, and the part with the ghosts, and Malcolm and Donald Bain taking off to the remote regions just to steer clear of Macbeth, and then coming back, and all this, and I get some weird looks for it, but it's interesting. And then of course, the fight at the end with Macbeth and Macduff, lay on Macduff and damn be him that first cries hold enough. A great fight in the Roman Polanski movie. In fact, it was really sick when Macduff took Macbeth's head and put it on a stick and lifted it above the battlements of the castle. I rather enjoyed that, actually. I thought it was just the perfect icing on the Macduff cake there, as he became king, and Macbeth was left to rot. But I often think about that Ian McKellen speech, the one I mentioned, which here it is. I'm going to read this to you guys and tell you why it resonates. She should have died hereafter. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty place from day to day, to the last syllable of recorded time, and all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle, life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. I see that all the time. Everywhere I look, there's sound and fury that just has no meaning to it. And, you know, not to take anything away from Hamlet or Julius Caesar, Romeo and Juliet. These are all great works of literature. You know, more people should appreciate them than who do. But with Macbeth, I saw something that goes up to today even. The notion that something that was seen back then in Shakespeare's time is still seen today. I mean, I've seen sound and fury and candles going out and the life strutting and fretting itself upon the stage and trying to figure out what does it all mean. I mean, how did Shakespeare know that something he wrote in Act 5, Scene 5 of Macbeth would ride all the way till today? And possibly even into the future, you're going to see more of the same. I have to wonder. Did he know what he was doing there? Did he have a dream or a premonition or something about it? That these things would always happen? I mean, every day somebody betrays somebody, somebody kills somebody, somebody turns to the dark side, like Lady Macbeth did. It's interesting to see the realities of Shakespeare's time played out in modern times when everything about those times, except for the work that men like Shakespeare did, is pretty much forgotten. Which is sad, of course. We need to look back to the past in the hopes that it'll teach us lessons about our future. There's a line from a book, Michael Crichton's Timeline. If you don't know history, you don't know anything. You're a tree. You're a leaf that doesn't know it's a part of a tree. And I find that interesting because it's a reminder, like Macbeth is, and every other Shakespearean play and every piece of classical music. Like, you know, right. But recently, I've gotten into Antonio Vivaldi. The Four Seasons are just amazing pieces of music, and if you go on YouTube, they do have about 2 hours of the best of Vivaldi, and I believe the Four Seasons are all in that. In fact, the Four Seasons you can watch in about a 42-minute video. I remember once I hooked the laptop to the TV and just enjoyed it for 42 minutes. It was pretty cool. But the thing about the past is that it points us to where we're going to. You know, the lessons of the past are guiding us to our future. Which is why I enjoy Macbeth. It's one of the best lessons about the past and the things that happen in the past that happen today. But all I can say to you guys for right now, you guys and girls out there in the internet world, don't strut and fret your hour upon the stage. Don't have your tale full of sound and fury told by an idiot signifying nothing. Make it mean something. Make your life mean something. Anyone who sees this, who knows me, is going to know I think my life has meant something. And of course, that's for another time to get into, and I'm sure I will. But for right now. If you haven't done anything meaningful yet with your life, do something with it. And I hope whatever it is, hope it's significant for you anyway. It makes you think your life has meant something. I mean, even if you give homeless people rides, or do a Meals on Wheels dealie, or become an Uber driver, be one of those help you any way I can kind of people. Just make your life mean something. Don't die, nothing to write on your tombstone. But again, make your life mean something. And we'll see you all next time.